This is just going to be a random talk about random things. I've made a new list on my phone, so I want to get all the old notes off me. I've made a new list on my phone, and I want to talk about all the old notes. Don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, I've got two lists on my phone. One's a new one, one's an old one. I'm going to talk about old one. That sounds better. That took me as long today to set up. Half an hour. And I've learned something new. It's just almost every time I make a video, I learn something new, which is a good thing. But my brain can't hack it. There's too much to learn. It seems. Feeling a lot better at the moment. I think in the last video I said that I'm just coming round, but I've still been quite ill, really. Managed to not have any time off work this time, which is a massive step forward for me. I think if I were in my previous role, I would have just taken the time off work. But because this new role is a lot less stressful and my manager isn't a dick, then I felt I could come into work, which is probably I should have rested, really. I no idea what's wrong with me. Don't know. Doctors don't know. The second opinion, she doesn't know. The blood tests here, there, everywhere. Taking paracetamols every day, which do seem to help. I think I've been taking paracetamols now for a good month, which is not ideal, but if I don't take them, I really know about it. But regardless, I'm coming round and I feel a lot better today, and this is why I'm making a video. I've got several titles in my head. This is just, I don't know. I'd got stuff I wanted to talk about in the new list, but I've realised I've just got to get this old list talked about and done, because it's well into last year, some of these points. This, for example, I don't like my job. People backstabbing, wrong people in jobs. Friends of managers get jobs. People aren't qualified and recruit from within. I'm not sure what that recruit from within is about. I do like my new job. This has gone back to last year when I was in my old job. I didn't like it. I liked the job. I just didn't like the situation that we're in. And there is a lot of backstabbing at our place. It's the people trying to climb the slippery pole, and don't care who they tread on. And there is quite a few backstabbers at our place. There's a lot of people that work there, so you get a broad spectrum, I suppose. There's certainly wrong people in jobs. There's some right people in jobs, but there's certainly a lot of people who should be nowhere near supervisor, managerial jobs. But hey ho. But I do like my new job, so that one can go. I don't, and I genuinely do like my new job. I am feeling more confident in it, feeling a lot more confident in it. Being given a bit more responsibility. My supervisor's been pretty good, actually. I have to say. I'm really happy with him, and he's been spot on as far as I can tell. I'm working mainly on my own most of the time. Suits me fine, don't mind that. When I've finished my current bits and pieces that I have to do, then I can go and help a mate at work, Adriano, and that's fine. Being given bits to do last week, a bit extra. It's just steady away at our place, and I am enjoying it. So that one can go, I think. Improving 1% each video. I'm improving 0.0001% each video, hopefully. Yeah, well, I am improving. I know I'm improving. Lots of stuff. I don't worry as much now talking to camera. Don't worry at all, really. Still slightly self-conscious about it, and I possibly always will be. Don't know. I'm always worried about what people will think about me. Something that you've just got to get over, isn't it, I suppose, when you put yourself on YouTube. But I do improve all the time. I do. I like to think, like this one today, I've tweaked something, shutter speed. I looked at the shutter speed and it's 1/30th or something, 1/30th. Googled that, and it basically says that you need to, for whatever your shutter speed is, for whatever your frame rate is, you should really double your shutter speed. So I'm doing it, I think I'm filming at 30 frames per second, I think that's right. So my shutter speed is 1/60th. And it's definitely made it darker. Previously, I've been having to turn the lights right down, and I think that's why. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's why. So, yeah, again, that 1% sort of like got there again, and even maybe not even if the video isn't getting better in itself, the making of the video is, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm quite happy with stuff like that. I've started to make a spreadsheet. Well, I've made a spreadsheet and writing down what I've been talking about in the video, when I've been doing it, when I've made the video, when I've posted it, all different bits. That's helping. I'm sure there's people who just make excellent videos and don't do anything that like I do, but that's just it. My girlfriend, partner, she's right, I think, but I just can't do this. I don't at the moment. I need to make my videos more fun. I need to make my videos funny, I think was what she said it. My videos are boring. Yeah, they are. They are. But it's just me talking, isn't it? I don't know. Sorry, I keep kicking screen tripod. I don't know how to make things funny. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. And just this talking business. I'm not a stand-up comic, as you've probably guessed. I just want to talk and get that stuff off my chest, I suppose. Maybe later on down the line, I will bring some comedy into it. I don't know. Maybe she's right. But yeah, the 1% thing, yeah, I do think I'm improving each time. I like to think that anyway. I do like to think that. Put a random fact into a video. No, I'm not going to do that. This is going back to when I was working in a plant room with Kev, who's come back to work, the mad fool. He retired end of February, March time this year, and managers asked him to come back because they're struggling to get all the work done because they've got rid of me, or I've left. Not that I did a massive amount of work, but I did do a lot of the rubbish stuff that nobody else wanted to do, that has to be done. And Kev did a massive amount of work, PPMs, getting through them, and that they have to be done. And the rest of the engineers don't really want to do that. So Kev's come back for 6 months, so lad. But yeah, I think a few of these are when I were working with him in a plant room, which thoroughly enjoyed. American radio adverts talking about guns. Ooh. Yeah, I was listening to 181. It's an American online radio station, like Golden Oldies or something. I first found it on iTunes Radio. I don't have iTunes anymore. We can still get it online. Yeah, 181, I think. And they had American adverts on, and they were talking to Americans. It will be normal, but like, to me, being in a country that just does not have guns like they do in America, we do have guns here, and you can certainly own shotguns and possibly some handguns, but I think that's about it nowadays. But the culture here, we just don't, everyday people just don't have guns. It's just not a thing here. And to hear the radio adverts talk about guns and explain how to ask a neighbour friend you're going to visit if they have any guns in the house. Just something would just never occur to 99% of Brits, for sure. And I just found it so strange to listen to, so strange, and thinking that, wow, that's the thing that Americans might have to do, going around to a friend's house or a colleague's house from work for a meal or something, taking the kids, and are your guns locked up? Wow, no way. And I suppose that's possibly normal for Americans. It's just so alien to me, and I just don't. I'm just glad we don't have that. I'm glad it's just not a thing here. I know Americans are mad about the guns and all this right to bear arms, and it's a different country to here. It's a lot bigger, and I know it's different. But it was just so weird hearing it on radio. Oh, I love talking to people from around the world. I do find that really interesting. I met a Canadian from Toronto today. This is last year. He was very polite and amiable. I find Americans to be the same. The ones that I've met have been very polite and yeah, really, I enjoy talking to Americans and Canadians. Not that I've talked to a lot, but the ones that I have talked to have been spot on. Polite as well, very polite. I think some of the time they're like looking at me probably because of my accent. I've been able to understand them pretty easy. I think just the way I talk and how fast I talk sometimes, and my accent, they have struggled a little bit, but they've been too polite to say anything. But yeah, I enjoy talking to people from all around the world, and just find it interesting talking to different people from different countries. It's nice to I'd like to travel more if I could. I'd like to see more of the world. I'd certainly like to see more of the world and go about and go to different countries. Rehydration, is it good for you? I try to drink 3 litres a day. Well, it is. There's, in my mind, for me anyway, absolutely for me, drinking 3 litres a day, and I find it a lot easier to do it at work. And I tend to struggle a little bit at home, but I still drink at least a couple of litres a day. My mate Nick, I don't know how many, he's always drunk a lot of water, ever since I've known him. And he's always told me it's a good thing, and I never really used to take it serious, I suppose. But now I do, and I definitely think drinking 3 litres, which sounds a lot, and I suppose it is quite a bit, but it's good for you. The only downside is you wee a lot. There you go. Change the background in the garage. Put one of those lights up and a plastic plant. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, with the background, I was going to get another sheet. I haven't been anywhere to get one, really. I have been somewhere, but I haven't seen what I want in the places that I've been. So for now, it's just going to be this background. I am hoping when I get this summer house done, that I have a nice background, and it'll have some depth to it rather than this is just here, you know. Oh, sorry, I've done that. You're going to track me now, aren't you? Yeah. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you're in a group, someone else will be wanting to ask the same question. Yeah, well, definitely. That's definitely true. And I don't know if my mum will tell me about this, or probably my mum said, if she hasn't said that, she's said something very similar. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Especially, and it can be intimidating, I know. And I like to ask questions. People do judge you, I suppose, for doing it. They might think you're daft because you keep asking questions. Others won't. Others will be glad that you've asked that question because they were too scared to ask that question. And if you don't know something, you just don't know it, do you? You know, no point if... Depends on the situation, I suppose, but in general, I think if you don't know something, why not ask? You know, what harm can it do? Talk about wanting to help people out. Enjoy doing it. Needed help myself. Don't be afraid to ask. Lots of people been through what you were going through. I don't know what I'm talking about there. About what people are going through. Talk about wanting to help people out. Don't know. Do like helping people out. And I've talked about this in a previous video. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to help people out if you can do it. I think if we all helped people out more, the world would definitely be a better place. Do know from experience that people tend to take advantage if you're too nice, and they do. Not everybody, but some people do, and it puts you off being nice. But if you just like that, that's how you are. Then you have to be true to yourself, don't you? I think. And if you can help people out, help them out. Make a script. Well, I've been down this road. I've got into the lazy habit of not doing it and doing this thing. I should do. I really should do. I've got my note, but I bought something that I could stick on tripod on it, and I could read. I could just look down here, and then I can attach a clipboard, and I've got paper on there. Or I could do it with I suppose I could do it with my pad. It's my Samsung pad, couldn't I? If I had Samsung Notes, that's possibly an idea for the future. That I'll forget. Don't expect people to watch first few videos just for me to test stuff and gain confidence. Don't expect people to watch any of my videos. I don't. I got 2 views on my last video that I did. About 40 seconds or something like that. I still can't work out how to properly do analytics of YouTube. It's still a bit... I don't really understand how they work yet. But I don't expect anybody to watch these videos. I don't even know why I really make them at the moment. But if I stop, then it's been a waste of time, and you just don't know. And I've watched countless videos of creators that were on the verge of giving up, and then one video just blew up for them, and they went on from there, and you just get better, don't you? And I have when I look, and I've said this in several videos, I'm sure I have. Pardon me, when I look back to 8 months ago, I started doing these types of videos. I think lots gone on in that time. I don't get to make as many as I want. I like to think the videos now are way better than the beginning ones. The one I made about is running good for you. Oh dear, oh dear. That's dreadful. But I've left it on. And running is good for you, by the way. Even though you wouldn't think. I've not run since back in the last October, which I should. I don't know. I shouldn't say words like that. I could do with starting running again. Yeah, look back on them videos, and they're not the best. You've just got to start, haven't you? I remember watching some American dude who inspired me to get in front of the camera. And he did inspire me, and I don't even know how I came about his videos. And he makes some good videos. I don't watch a lot of them. I possibly should do that more. I know I linked him. I've talked about him, and he definitely inspired me just to take the plunge and put myself in front of the camera, which it was terrifying at first. Now I don't bother. Back then I had things, ideas of like loads of people watching videos. Well, nobody watches these. They certainly don't. People don't get to this stage in a video. They don't even get past first minute. So it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't. I'm just practicing. I genuinely do see these as practice, and in my mind's eye, I will at some stage come up with an idea and make better videos. So these are it's just me just getting used to talking, and I know I've said this loads of times, but that's just the way I look at it, and I don't worry about it, because if I did, then if we're doing these for the views now, I'd just stop, because I'm just not getting any views. So I've just got to get it in my head, have a different mindset, I suppose, because it'd crush me if not. I don't know what to say. It just makes me laugh. Don't expect people to watch first few videos. This must have been an early note. Well, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Interview mum first. I was thinking about doing podcasts, and I still like the idea of doing podcasts. I watch quite a lot of podcasts. Some are really good, and then some you think, oh, I could do that better. I could ask better questions than that. An interview with more interesting people. I watched an interview. Been watching Peter McCormack. It's pretty good. I don't know where he's come from, or I think it's his son who asked some questions from. I know he said his son does the editing, and I think it's his son from the way he talks in videos. And he does ask some really good questions. Don't know how old he is. But I've been watching a few on AI and a couple of others. But he had Truss on. Oh dear. And it's put me off him. It's genuinely put me off him. And I liked his podcasts, but having somebody like that woman on, and I haven't watched I'm not gonna watch the entire 1.5 hours or whatever it is. I think I watched about 2 minutes, mainly to read what the comments were, if people were gonna slate him. But yeah, they were like fanboys of Truss. And she's just unreal. Sort of like a conspiracy theorist. Like, no, you were the worst. And I'm not into politics by any stretch of imagination anymore. You're an embarrassment. And these people have absolutely no shame. They don't have that. They just don't have shame. I don't know if that's a thing for being in politics, where you just don't care what people think about you. But stuff she was spouting about, people out to get her, and one of the comments, Truss was the best Prime Minister we never had. Well, I mean, what's that even mean? She was in the job, I believe, for 49 days or something just ridiculous. She out-tanked economy. She did just all sorts all sorts, and these people were saying, oh yeah, she's amazing, oh yeah, I feel sorry for you. Yeah, it was everybody else who was out to get you, Liz, not the fact that she was absolutely rubbish at what she was doing and she couldn't do the job. No, it was everybody else that was out to get her. But yeah, looking at that, it's put me off his podcast, and getting back to where we were, interviewing my mom would possibly be a good thing. Don't know. I'd done it just because I could interview my mom. I don't know how it would work. I genuinely don't know how it would work. I'd like to get my mum on camera and talk to her. And my mum's brilliant. She's not very well at the minute. In fact, she's quite poor at the moment. I don't know why. She's picked something up off Littling or what, but she's got a real bad sore throat. But my mum's excellent, and I'd love to have her on video and talk to her about stuff. Don't talk to my mum enough, really, at all. Looking forward to making a video. Yeah, I do look forward to making a video. I just haven't felt like doing one for the past couple of weeks at all. Just wanted to do one at night after work. Just didn't. I'm not had enough energy. I'm very lucky to have a family behind me. I don't have to worry about food or bills. I've got a roof over my head. Yeah, I am. I am really fortunate. Hope my videos help people a little bit. Give my experiences. Talk about my experiences. Possibly that. Yeah, I think I've definitely touched on this before in other videos. I'd like my videos to help people, but not this format here. There's no, I can't see it. Well, for a start, if nobody watches them, it's not going to help anybody, is it? So I'm just going to leave that there. Talking to the right people makes a big difference. A manager at work, I'll leave his name out of this, made me feel better about an interview I had and gave me some advice for next time. Told me about training, was very positive. Yeah, but he knows something. Now I look back on this, he definitely knew something that I didn't about why I didn't get the job. And I'm glad. I'm so glad I didn't get the job, because I've got this role now. I would have been in a supervisory role, which I didn't want. I just wanted to move. I wanted a different job, and I wanted to try and stay on the same pay that I was on. I'm on $5,000 a year less now. Which is a big hit. It's definitely a big hit. It's a massive hit, actually. But I feel better within myself, and I'm so glad I ain't got that other job. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure that he was telling me everything, and I don't know. Possibly being a bit cynical about that. Workmates retiring. I'm glad for them. We'll miss them, and I'm envious. Yeah, quite a few people have retired recently. One's come back for 6 months. I can't remember her name. Yvonne. She's gone. I just really liked Yvonne. She didn't work. She was a porter at our place. Just really funny, and a really nice woman. A lot of time for her, and she had time for me. Amazingly, I just got on with her, and I just enjoyed talking to her. I just enjoyed her company. But I'm so happy that I'm not even sure. A lot of porters went for VSS last year. And I think she got it, and I'm so glad for her, because they treat her like muck, a lot of managers, because she spoke her mind. And I think she used to be a manager. She knew her stuff anyway. She was 5 foot, no, only a little woman, but like, you didn't cross her. She weren't scared of people. Yeah, she was ever so good, and I'll miss her. I do miss talking to her. And there's several others at our place who've just retired, and you don't see, I won't see again. And I'm definitely envious. I want to retire. I don't want to carry on working. You know, don't think about it. Yesterday, I'm at a house. Leave house at 6:30, and I'm lucky. I'm lucky if I get home at 4:30. Usually a bit after that now. I don't want to be at a house 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I know that's good. That's good. I know I'm lucky. You know, I know I am. But I don't want to. I am envious of people who can retire. It's a bit scary. It's not so much retire, because if I did end up doing this as a full-time job, then this becomes a job, so I'm not retired, am I? But I like the idea of being able to do this. Always thinking about thumbnail. Not always. When we get my hands up, I think about thumbnails. I have to admit that. That if I'm striking a pose or doing something, got my hand up. I forgot where I was going with that. Or retiring, yeah. I don't know. I'm happy for him, but I'm very jealous. Working with miserable people. How do you deal with it? Well, I don't know where that's come from, really. I don't really know where that's come from. Ignore him, possibly. Don't know. Living with long COVID, it's a pain. Don't know, and it is in more ways than one. It's literally a pain. And it's just a pain having it. I think a lot of what's been wrong with me is definitely to do with long COVID. I do believe that. I just don't seem to shake things like I used to. And I think I probably had more than one thing going off with me. And ideally I should have rested a bit more, but I didn't, so that's that. But yeah, living with long COVID, it's and I don't have it anywhere near as bad as some people, and I know I've said this before, and I don't, so count myself fortunate in that respect. But it affects my life. There's no getting away from it. It affects my life. It affects my life a lot, actually, probably more than I even realise. But I don't have anywhere near the amount of energy that I used to. I know that as you get older, that happens anyway, naturally. But I don't. I have been noticed. Doctors ask me if I get short of breath. I don't actually get short of breath, but I do struggle holding my breath now. Littlen's right into Angine de Poitrine at the moment. It's so funny. So funny. I was scared of him when I showed, we put video on a few weeks ago. Now, he's like a mega fan. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know where I don't even know why I'm telling you this, but anyway, something to do with long COVID. Forgetting things, that's another thing. My short-term memory is atrocious. That's long COVID. Yeah, little one's into Angine de Poitrine. Angine de Poitrine, I think. Sorry if anybody who's French Canadian, and I butchered that saying. I think it's chest pain, I think it translates as. They're amazing. They are amazing. They are amazing, and they're touring UK at the moment. They've been in UK, I know that. For some reason, they're not due to be on Glastonbury. I just find that bonkers. On Pyramid Stage. If you know, you... Oh, come back. There we go. Sorry, I can't. I can do that. I'm gonna do it. Then I put my palm up, it goes to tracking. Yeah, if you know, you know. But yeah, little one's into them big time. He's obsessed with them. Created a monster. But it could be worse, couldn't it? It could be like, I don't know, some daft pop group, some rubbishy pop group. I don't know any pop groups at the moment. I'm so out of touch with things like that. Can't remember why I told you about it. He's well into him. I'll have to leave it at that. Long COVID and Angine de Poitrine and Erick. Don't know. I miss my old mates that aren't with us anymore. I do. I've lost a lot of my old mates. A lot. Double figures, easy over years. Do people talk to them? Or do people talk to I'm thinking, probably asking, do people talk to the old mates that they've lost, or the family members? If they do, is this weird? Well, I do. And yeah, probably is weird. And they most certainly can't hear me. But I definitely miss my old mates. I think about some of them a lot. Some more than others, I'm afraid. But I just tend to think about good times with them, and then feel guilty about odd one or two that I could have possibly done more. And they maybe would be and think how our lives could be different. Yeah, it's a bit sad, really. I do miss them. I think possibly first friend that I found out that had died is nearly 30 years ago now. At my girlfriend's house, and girlfriend's dad, I was having a shower, and girlfriend's dad stuck his head in and told me that my mate had died. I don't think that man's with us anymore, which is... I do talk to him. I do talk to him, not all the time, when I think about him. And I do certainly miss him. I certainly miss him. Are we alone as a species and an individual? I don't know. Are we alone as a species and an individual? I don't know even what that means, but are we alone? I do know what that means. Are we alone? I think it is in the universe. Is there any alien life out there? Yeah, gotta be, in my humble opinion. Yeah, for me. I don't think we're alone. I think we have aliens on this planet. I know that sounds bonkers to average people who don't think about it. I definitely do think they're here. From going on stuff that I've read, interviews that I've watched, films I've watched, and thinking about it as a whole, the universe being as big as it is, and we are the only planet with life on it. I think it's just ludicrous to think that we are the only life in a universe that is infinite, allegedly, and we are the only planet. And I don't know how many stars there's meant to be. I mean, even just in our galaxy, there's the 200 billion stars. How many planets does that mean? And we are the only planet in our galaxy. Let's say that we are. Fine, I can accept that. How many galaxies are there? Think estimates are 2 trillion. What is that number? How big is that number? My brain can't comprehend that number. It's a lot, and out of that, and so let's just say there's 2 trillion galaxies, each with 200 billion stars in, whatever number that works out at, is just massive. And we are the only planet that has life on it. No, there's no way. But I'm not going to get into that now. I could talk about stuff like that for days. I love stuff like that. Where do I want to be in N years, X years? Don't know. I don't really know what we're talking about. I've got in mind then. Just make a bit more with my notes. Oh, I've actually worked out how to do speech to text, and got my phone doing it now, so I can make better notes. Like when I'm driving, I come up, think about things, and there's no way of writing it down because I'm driving. So now I can. I would like to be successful. I like to be reasonably rich. I like to live in a big house with a swimming pool, an underground garage, and loads of land away from people, and have my own boat, go on holidays all the time, and have a good business, be able to help my mates out, help my family out, help my missus' family out. Yeah, charity work. Yeah, that's where I'd like to be. Oh, I'm getting to the end of it. Is it achievable? How am I going to do it? No idea. I have absolutely no idea. Well, at the moment, this is the way I see it. But it ain't happening doing this, is it? It's just not. Winning lottery, that's something I do. I like to think I might win lottery. Or Euro, either. When I said lottery, in my mind it's either one. Although I don't really go on the UK lottery that much. I have done tonight because it's 7 million and I like the number 7. Now I've talked about it. There's no chance of winning anyway. But there's even less chance of winning now I've talked about it. Why are we here? Yeah. Does anybody other than me think about this? That's all my notes. Yeah, great. That's all. That's all. Crack, there's a lot of notes. Why are we here? Think about that a lot. It's a good question, really. Don't know. I don't just what's point of us being here? You look at like life on planet Earth, for example. I don't know how long this video has been going on, but my bum's getting numb. For me, most animals have got a point. Not talking about the ones that we domesticated or we've bred into existence. Prior to possibly humans being a part of this world, most things have a reason to be here, don't they? Just living part of nature. All humans, not all humans, but we just seem to mess this place up. We're on a tiny, tiny planet. We're going back to, are we alone? And you just don't think about, well, I don't think about it because you've got too many things going on in life and you're just used to this. But we're on a tiny rock orbiting an average size star in an average size solar system, possibly in an average size galaxy, in an infinite universe, and we are messing the only planet up that we inhabit. We kill everything. We torture things. We kill each other. We make the beautiful planet that we're on. We're just not happy that it's as it is, and we just end up making it worse for future generations. What point? What's the point of it? What is the point of this? I hear simulation theory talked about that this is a simulation. Could be. No way of knowing either way at the moment. Well, I don't think there's a way of knowing if we're in a simulation or not. But I do wonder why we're here. Why I'm here. I've thought about that a lot, and I don't know. Sometimes I just think, like chaos theory, a butterfly flaps its wings this side of the planet, and that moves from air molecules, which moves more air molecules, and boom, 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 more, it spreads out, and eventually over the other side of the world it creates a hurricane. I'm sure there's lots of clever people that just said, no, that's not true anyway, and I know it's not true, that butterflies don't create hurricanes, it's weather patterns that do that, and other things, I suppose. But the premise is the same that I'm going to talk about, that, yeah, I don't know why I'm here. And I don't know really why we're all here, if I'm honest. But I like to think that in some way, and maybe doing this you can certainly reach more people than just talking to people on the street and at work and wherever you are. But you might, in your everyday travels, help somebody in some way, and that person goes on then to help somebody else, and possibly goes on to help somebody else, and that fourth person, fifth person removed from where you are does a fantastic thing one day, invents an amazing thing, or helps do something amazing. And without you doing that one thing 5 times removed, whatever, they would not have done that. And I know that's a bit deep thinking. I do think that maybe that's why we're here. I don't know. Fate is another weird thing. Sometimes it seems that you meant to do that, or that were meant to happen, or things happen for a reason. And I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true or not. I think sometimes in my experience that you think, crikey, that was just meant to happen. I was meant to meet that person. I was meant to drive down that road, meant to walk up that street, and I meant to answer phone or whatever. But yeah, again, in my mind, if that's true, if fate's true, then it was meant to happen, and that means that something's made it happen. And does that then mean that something's made everything happen, and this world that we live in is just an illusion? Free choice is just an illusion. Don't know. I'd love to talk to somebody about that who's on the same wavelength as me. I don't get the chance to talk to people. That's possibly be a good thing about doing a podcast, wouldn't it? I could get to talk to people like that. Oh, sorry. That like that are interested in similar things to me, or no, I don't mind. I would like to be able to talk to people about my thoughts about stuff. Yeah, it's another good thing for doing podcast, isn't it? But I do wonder why we're here. And I do wonder. Well, I don't wonder so much about why we are here. I don't wonder about why you're here. For one, I don't know you. I probably never will. But anyway, nobody's watching this, so it doesn't matter. It's just nonsensical what I'm talking about there. But I don't worry about why other people are here. Not worry, I don't wonder. But I do wonder why I'm here. What's the point? And I know I'm not the only one. And I just do think sometimes, and I think, why am I here? What is the point of my life? I haven't done anything. Maybe I'm building up to it. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I'm building up to be an amazing podcaster, or a fantastic YouTuber, or an influencer, as they're called, I think. I don't want to be an influencer. I don't think unless I was influencing people for the right reasons. Most influencers seem to be influencing people to make themselves rich, at the detriment to the people that they're influencing. So possibly don't want to do that. Could be a Twitch streamer. I like the idea. I'm still going to do a live stream at some point. Not going to do it in here. Definitely think when I've got me somewhere else set up, I'll do it. But yeah, I'm going to come back to this subject, I think, because I do find it interesting. Right, I've waffled on for so much time now. If anybody is has got to this stage of the video, well done. I salute you. Doff me cap to you. Whatever it's called. Congratulate you. I don't think anybody will do. One day I may rewatch these. I only rewatch them I only rewatch these videos at the moment when I'm editing. Oh, well, yeah, rambled enough about like I said, don't know what this video is going to be about, title or anything like that. So right, enough rambling, enough waffling. Hope you're all okay. Really do. Hope to catch you on the next one. See you later.